Hello, slot car folks, model train people, model builders, and builders of dioramas and stuff like that. Different kinds of scenery for any of these kinds of stuff. This is going to be kind of a follow-up to a previous video, or some previous videos actually. If you saw my previous video about the haul that I made from the model swap meet that was happening just this weekend, you saw that I got this model here. Let me readjust the camera. I got this model here that came with this little diorama kit, and it's just kind of a card kit basically. You can see the pieces from it here. I'll show them to you. I can't zoom out far enough to see all of it here at the same time, but it came with these 5 sheets, and I think that's all of it. I haven't started putting it together yet. But the two things I wanted to mention here about this is that before I actually put this together, I'm going to kind of trace around all the cut lines, and that way I can scan it onto a computer, and if I needed to print something out, I could actually reproduce this or reproduce a modification of it or whatever I wanted to do in the future. I can kind of use this as building blocks for other buildings. There you go. And in order to show you a little example of that, like I said, let's go back out so you can see the pieces that I'm dealing with here. We've got this piece over here, which is kind of a sidewalk part, and it looks like some columns and stuff. So if I have a copy of that, I can always make a similar sidewalk to use to extend that sidewalk and bring it out wherever I want it to go. If I didn't have that copy, I wouldn't be able to do it. This is a roof. If I wanted to make another similar roof, then I've got that template there. And the same with these other parts. I guess this is the floor over here, and it basically has those cut lines. You can't see them too well in this video, but there's some die cut parts in there that I want to mark before I copy it, so I can see where those parts fit together and see where the holes are supposed to be. And then we've got our sign over here, which I'm kind of less interested in, but I could always add some other artwork to that sign and change it up. Whoops, change it up how I want, make it a different drive-in or whatever. And same with this stuff down here. I might be able to change some artwork in this if I so chose and make that different as well, but still use the basic construction design that they show here. So that's kind of an interesting thing about that. And while I'm talking about that, I'll show you something else related to it. If you guys will remember, I made this little guard shack here. Let me get this other stuff out of the way. Alright, so you may remember this little guard shack here that I made using the printouts from Scale Auto, or from Slot Car Union. Yeah, Slot Car Union is what it was. So this is a little guard shack here, and it turned out to be pretty cool, pretty useful. The one I wanted to show is that you can easily modify stuff like this to make something else. This is basically a big guard shack that I made using those same printouts. Of course, my roof was too small, so I just cut out a piece of cardboard and made my own roof, which I wanted to decorate it with something else, but I haven't done that yet. Kind of lazy and slow. But you can see what's going on here. We took this little guy, and instead of taking that printout and folding it all around on the fold lines, I just left it open, made 2 of them, then a third one that I used to cut out these sides to make these ends. So basically we just took a little card model like this and made it into something like that, quite simply. And so part of the reason I'm showing you that is because this can be done with just about anything. If you make some templates for stuff like this, you can also reuse it for modifications and for other projects. Even kits like those wooden kits that I've seen a lot of my other slot car brothers building, those I guess they're laser cut wood kits to build light towers and various other things. If you run those through your scanner first, You can always reproduce those parts if they get broken. And you can always reproduce, maybe you realize you want a shorter one. Well, now you've got a template of it, and you can figure out a way to make a shorter one using that template and install that where you need it on your track. So keep those kinds of things in mind. Just a little tip from me, and hope it helps somebody out. Thanks for watching.